Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea, where we discuss the latest celebrity tea in the news. And we do it live every weekday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at auntiederek.com. I'm your host, Auntie Derek, and today is Thursday, July 16th. So with me on the mic, I have my fabulous co-host. We're going to start with my icy chili. Hi, boo.
Hello, everyone.
Hello there. Next, we have my gorgeous moon. Hey, gorgeous.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. And next, we have my Libra queen. Hi, cutie.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
Just as good as you look. And we have our fabulous listeners holding it down in the chat. Hey, y'all. Well, y'all, I think we got some good. Look, I always say that we got some good tea to sift through because we do be having some good tea to sift through. So let's go ahead and jump right in.
To the tea time.
Yes. Well, I like to start off with the latest Tootsie Roll news.
God damn, Tootsie Roll, how he back on the news roll so often again?
Well, because
Please.
this time, him, Big as a State, Snoop Dogg, and a few others are actually being sued for copyright infringement. And you all should see I've just shared here by way of hot new hip hop. Diddy, Big as a State, and Snoop Dogg hit with lawsuit over Nasty Girl, and I want to thank you. So let's get into it. Snoop Dogg, Diddy, Nelly, Jazzy Faye, the estates of Angie Stone and Biggie, Bad Boy Records, and Sony Music Entertainment are all currently embroiled in the same copyright infringement lawsuit. David Bravo and Jean Albert Renaud wrote the song Skatin' for Diodato in 1980 and claimed Jazzy Faye used it as a sample in the songs I Want to Thank You by Stone and Snoop, as well as Nasty Girl by Biggie, Nelly, and Diddy. According to Billboard, the two songwriters found out about the existence of these samples just 2 years ago. Now they are seeking the publishing that they believe is rightfully theirs. This case embodies a classic David versus Goliath struggle, the lawsuit states. Plaintiffs are independent. Everyday creators seek to recover their rightful compensation that has been unlawfully diverted to billion-dollar record labels, global music publishers, and international recording artists, producers, and songwriters. The two songwriters had originally sold the publishing rights to the song to Sony 45 years ago. When they asked Sony to make things right a couple of years ago, they alleged they were stonewalled. They believe Sony's interests in both songs are why they have yet to receive a fair deal. Choosing to protect its highly lucrative clients at the direct expense of its duties to plaintiffs, Sony Publishing acted in bad faith and deliberately aligned itself with the infringers, the lawsuit continues. Sony Publishing's refusal to advocate for the creators of the foundational backing track has forced plaintiffs to drain their life savings to bring this action themselves. The defendants in the copyright case have yet to respond. And then they tell us to stay tuned to Hot New Hip Hop for updates. Mm-mm. Yeah, so I'm certainly going to follow this story to see what comes of this. Go ahead, Gorgeous Moon.
Okay, I heard in that reading of that they sold their rights to Sony a while ago. And now
Mhm.
they're trying to get Sony to make it right. How do you try and make something right for something you sold? And whether it was a good deal or not, I'm trying to figure out how that work.
No, I'm with you because it's like that's where I was kind of a little like, yeah, you sold it, and even though it was 45 years ago, I guess maybe how I'm taking it is how what they sold it for, they misused it. Like I don't know, they maybe say
You
they're I don't
can't you
know.
can't, when you sell something, you can't talk about
Yeah,
somebody misused it. You sold it. It's whatever they want to do with it. It's not yours no more. Now,
yeah.
if you still owned it and these people made a song with your music and didn't notify you, then yes, you should get your money because you still own it. But you sold the rights away 45 years ago. Huh? I'm confused. That don't make no sense to me, but okay.
I'm with you. It is confusing. They say, and when they asked Sony to make things right, they said that they were stonewalled. Mm.
That's like me getting a good deal on a car and I buy it, and then years later, the car dealership called me like, "Look, we got to make this right. This car is way more expensive now. We need our money. Huh?
Yeah.
What you mean? That ain't my problem. That's your problem.
I'm actually very interested to see because I have a feeling that maybe the judge is going to feel the same way you do, Moon. Like, didn't you sell this 45 years ago? Why are we here? Make this quick. I got lunch. Let me go get me a meatball sandwich or something, or whatever judges be eating.
Like, oh no. Folks just, folks be looking to get that money, child. That's what they be looking to do.
Yeah. And it's certainly a recession indicator for sure. LaRue,
Mhm.
we were just talking about LaRue not too long ago. And, LaRue had the Bulletproof Girl. She has new music out. And from what I saw, it looked like it was cute. Somebody actually put in the comments, recession indicator. And she actually liked that comment, honey. I was hollering.
Well, the truth be the truth, baby.
Hmm.
It is a recession. We are, people is broke out here, and everybody trying to figure out a way to get some money.
Yep. Look, if you ask me, podcast. If you need help, and I should start charging for a consultation because I feel like y'all taking advantage of my free game. Well, I won't start charging right now. I'll wait a little bit. But well, just like you said, Moon, the truth will set you free, honey. And we are certainly going to get to the bottom of the truth in Stefon Diggs' lawsuit.
Oh
But the reason
shit.
I brought, because he's currently going through his thing with Christopher Blake Griffin. We've talked about that quite a bit. But what I wanted to bring to y'all attention is he is actually in the middle of another lawsuit. And you are going to see the details of this lawsuit are very similar to what he has done or what's been alleged in this lawsuit is similar to the things that he allegedly did to Christopher Griffith. So you all should see where it says here by way of TMZ, Stefon Diggs fires back at ex-pal suing him over stolen Ferrari claims. So let's get into it. NFL star Stefon Diggs is dealing with another lawsuit, this time brought by a man who claims the NFL star falsely claimed he stole his Ferrari and had his friends attack him, TMZ has learned. According to court docs obtained by TMZ, Stefon asked the judge to put the brakes on the case filed by Nigel King. He argued the other defendants had yet to be served and he cannot properly defend himself without the others being involved. Nigel sued Stefon's brother Derez Diggs, and three of their friends in Florida court in February. Nigel said he worked as a concierge and consultant, handling personal matters for the high net worth clients like Stefon. Nigel said he handled a lot of the NFL stars' travel, vehicles, and other logistics. In July 2024, Nigel said he arranged for Stefon's Ferrari to be transported from Miami to New York. The car was stolen in a sophisticated theft by third parties. Nigel said he was not charged, cited, or identified as a suspect by law enforcement. After the incident, Nigel said he continued talking with Stefon socially and professionally without any apparent issues or rift. He said things took a turn in December 2024 when Stefon started falsely accusing him of stealing to friends. He said the claims harmed his reputation and he lost clients. Nigel claims Stefon's team confronted him while he was out on various occasions. The suit also detailed an alleged confrontation on December 4th, 2025 at Tootsie's Cabaret in Florida. The man claims Stefon's friends punched him in the face, which caused him to bleed. He said he also suffered serious permanent injuries. In his response, Stefon asked that the case not move forward until the other defendants were served with the court papers. He argued the claims could not be fully and fairly evaluated without the participation of the alleged co-conspirators. Nigel is opposing the request. The other defendants were finally served last month, and the case is still ongoing. As TMZ first reported, Stefon is in another battle with a man named Christopher Griffith. The NFL star claimed Christopher made false allegations that he drugged and sexually assaulted him. Christopher countersued, claiming Stefon sexually assaulted him at his home in 2023, and Stefon has denied the claims. Mm-mm. So he has a pattern of accusing people of stealing from him and then having them beaten up.
Look here. He gonna be broke. He gonna be down and out. He really squandered his time. There's no team that has picked him up. He ain't got time. He got too many legal cases. Teams ain't gonna want to fool with him. They ain't gonna want the problems that he got going on. I don't know. This is a classic case. You got too big for your britches. You really thought you was untouchable, and now you are. coming to find out, you done made all these babies that you ain't gonna be able to pay for because you getting your ass sued left and right for beating, assaulting, carrying on like you some mafia person. Sir, goodbye. I can't wait till this is over because now I'm about tired of his ass too. And Cardi better sit her ass down and stay. She better stay 100 feet away from him. Please, girl. You got too much to lose behind this raggedy ass nigga that you've been fucking with. He was supposed to just be a quick little fun time. Shit, the hell you doing? Now you out here trying to defend the damn serial kill, not killer. I don't know why that came out, but serial
Real
like
abuser.
abuser. You know, up here having all type of relationships and baby mamas and niggas and shit like that. He was doing too much. Girl, you just should thank your stars that you got out of there with just a baby and not a death sentence. Cause this nigga put his shit in everything. Unwrapped. Shit.
He put it in everything, and when he don't get what he wants, he's allegedly violent. We have heard this about him before. Mulan Hernandez, his ex, that chef that he. I definitely believe something happened there. Did she embellish? Absolutely, but I certainly believe something happened for her to even. So, well, anyway, the patterns are there, honey. And yes, Cardi, sit down, girl. You coming? I'm still looking at her sideways, like they're like, girl, you literally did not have to say a thing. Well,
And got ate up by that so-called alleged bitch queen, but I'm sorry. He
hello.
ate your ass up. You didn't even have to take that. You didn't even have to catch an L that day. You could have just sat down and mind your business.
And fed that
I'm
baby
sorry.
some Gerbers or whatever that baby eating. Worry about anyway. Well, honey. So, speaking of Cardi's nemesis, Nicki Minaj. So we've actually talked about her quite in her lawsuits from quite a bit. And there's one lawsuit, a 275,000 one that she wants to be removed from. And you all should see where it says here by way of TMZ, Nicki Minaj fighting 275K demand over Pink Friday 2 release. Didn't nobody want to hear no Pink Friday 2 anyway. Anyway. So Nicki Minaj wants out of a $275,000 lawsuit filed against her, and she's asking the judge to toss it ASAP, TMZ has learned. In court docs obtained by TMZ, Nicki argues she has nothing to do with the money allegedly owed to 24/7 Productions, at least on a personal level. Nicki says the only contract at issue in the lawsuit is one allegedly between the production company that filed the suit and her company, Pink Friday Productions LLC. Nicki says it's basic law that an individual member of a company isn't responsible for the debts of the company. So he's asking the judge to dismiss the case against her and wants 24/7 to fork over her attorney's fees she spent fighting the lawsuit. As TMZ reported, 24/7 Productions sued Nicki and her company after it says it fronted cash and provided production services for the 2023 Jingle Ball and her album launch for Pink Friday 2. They say they advanced about $255,000 in expenses and are now owed a total of around $275,000 for the advance and related expenses. The company sued Nicki in addition to her production company because they believe she personally benefited from the unpaid work, not just her company. However, she's clapping back at that in her response, saying that any benefit she received from their services came from Pink Friday Productions, not because she personally hired 24/7 Productions. By the way, this ain't the only legal dispute Nicki is facing. She's in a separate legal fight over allegedly unpaid legal bills. The law firm Gordon Reed Scully Musani LLP sued Nicki in Los Angeles this week because she allegedly never paid for the legal services provided to her in 2023. The firm is hoping to be paid $229,540 by the Star. My thing is, okay, Master P actually tried to do the same argument. And because I hate actually talking about this because when I talk about this, it's going to make me seem like I'm defending Just Hilarious, and I'm absolutely because I don't see it for that girl. But right is right and wrong is wrong. And long story short, she was hired for to do some work in I Got the Hookup Too. Y'all know Master P's movie. He did unneeded because didn't nobody ask for I Got the Hookup Too. No one wanted or needed that. But anyway,
We didn't want. I got the hookup once.
well,
I
hold on
walked out
now.
of that shit. I walked out of that shit. That was fucking horrible.
Well,
Whew.
hold on now. Because it was a corny movie, but baby, it was a time, honey. And shout out to
Mm-mm,
Tootsie, honey.
mm-mm. I ain't never walked out of a movie, but I walked out of that one. Oh, it was horrible. It blew my hide. Lord, I remember it was horrible. Now,
That movie
mind you,
was
I had watched
horrible.
this other ghetto hood movie back, on copy videotape. So, we enjoy that. Kiki, cackle, cackle. We thinking, oh, he finna bust out with a for real movie. I think you'll get this shit from in front of me. Uh-uh.
And to me, it's one of those movies that is so bad that I just cannot help to not look away. Like I'm like,
Because you're
okay,
twisted. You're sick and twisted. That's
yeah,
why.
absolutely. And then Tootsie was my favorite character. She's like, when niggas get out of jail, who they call? Tootsie. You know why? Because they want that jailhouse pussy. I'm sorry.
Of course you would like. Of course. Oh my God. Everybody take a shot because he didn't already said it today. So go ahead.
Yes. Have y'all shots, y'all. Just sipping on it though, because we got a lot of puss going through. Let me start. But yeah, and I just kind of feel like Nicki Minaj though is like this is crazy. So she's trying to. Oh, so yeah. So just hilarious. She did the work, but she was not paid what she was agreed to be paid. So what Master P tried to argue, oh well, she need to take that up with the production company. Yeah, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Whole time it's No Limit production company. So it's like, well, wait a minute. So wait a minute. But I guess
Didn't
yeah,
he try that same argument with Mia X too?
he sure
That
did.
whole New Orleans thing that they had recent, or whoever that was. Maybe it wasn't Mia X. I
It
can't
was me
remember.
and
But
X
we talked
'cause
about it.
they tried to do the No Limit reunion on at the Essence Fest or something like that, and
Yeah.
it was her.
Ooh, he don't like to pay people. Child.
And these are like for Nikki. I feel like this is such a small amount of money, but hey,
Did she ain't got no money? She was
Is
fighting
it
to keep that
though?
little raggedy ass house. Thanks, come on, Kim.
touche.
Maybe a
And
few
look,
years ago is a small amount of money. I don't know about now.
You
look,
absolutely right.
baby. The only I don't even know who listens to our music these days. Who is who is going to the concerts?
What concerts?
I hear there was one recently that was raggedy,
She got a new
raggedy.
song out, and I was like,
She got a new song out. She made clan music now.
I don't
Absolutely
know,
not.
but it was not. Because I think the
Mm.
girl is talented. I mean, she can rap or whatever, but this last song I heard it was so
Mm.
lackluster. I'm like, girl, when you hang with the clan, I guess your
Mhm.
talent just get decimated.
Good. Good. The ancestors have walked away. Amen.
Hmm.
So yeah, she gonna need them 275,000 because I don't know it ain't enough of them just supporting her ass. Maybe her barbs that are
Well,
left.
that's all her fault. That's all her fault. She laid down with the dog, and now she got fleas.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Well,
So.
speaking of fleas, Lil Boosie.
That was a great segue.
You
Kudos to you,
stupid.
Auntie.
Thank you, thank you. Well, honey, so the White House actually did respond back to his claims, right? And you also see where it says here by way of hot new hip hop, White House responds to Boosie Badass's botched pardon request. So Boosie Badazz has been going viral this week after trying to pay a lobbyist group to secure a pardon from President Donald Trump. He paid Jacob Wool and Jack Berkman $600,000, and now he's seeking a $300,000 refund as the duo has yet to show him any results. Unfortunately, Boosie didn't do his Googles prior to hiring the two men. Had he done so, he would have seen that the two men are convicted fraudsters. Probably not the people you want to be putting your criminal record in the hands of. Yesterday, Lauren LaRosa of the Breakfast Club revealed that the White House made a statement to her about the situation. It was here that they made it crystal clear that you cannot simply pay lobbyist groups and expect pardons. President Donald Trump is even saying that he is disturbed that people would try to profit from such an expertise.
Bitch, I know you fucking lying.
You see, I couldn't even keep a straight face, girl.
Look here. See, this is what your Negroes get. This is what you niggas get. You're not the color that they trying to pardon. Please sit down.
Well, so the quote says, a White House official made it clear in a statement to me. This is Lauren LaRosa's statement. A White House official made it clear in a statement to me that they do not support the work of Wall or Berkman, the men Boosie sued, and alleged that anyone seeking clemency that involved these two men will actively harm their chances, LaRosa wrote. Interestingly enough, the White House did say that they received Boosie's documentation. However, that doesn't necessarily mean anything one way or the other. Overall, the clemency team at the White House still has to assess the case and make a decision. While Boosie Badazz still has a chance of receiving a pardon, paying it to make it happen faster was the ultimate mistake. Now he remains in a fight with Berkman and Wohl for the aforementioned $300,000. And then they say this is a developing story, so stay tuned to Hot New Hip Hop for updates.
Well, we said it before Laura LaRosa did. We said it was con artists. We said
Mhm.
it when he busted. We said, well, why would you send your money to these white boys?
But one thing I actually did find interesting, though, that so there was some type of communication. This is because the White House actually did receive his pardon request. Now, if it got there by way of those two guys or not, but they
Well,
got
it
it.
stumbled there. I mean, they got it, but they ain't do nothing effective. If I gave you 600,000, shit, he could have mailed in his own goddamn request for that type of money. Like, please, they got
He
hoodwinked.
can't
for
read.
for 82 cent stamp.
Exactly,
Let
exactly.
GPT work you up a little letter and
Your
mail
own
it.
attorney could have sent that in.
Thank
Like,
you. Please.
please,
Six
and
hundred
you're not
thousand
getting that money
dollars.
back.
Mm-mm.
They're convicted. We said, wait. Quinn said, why? Wait, who said he got on that coat?
Oh,
We
that was me out
said,
that North Face coat. He had on that North. It don't even look that cold for that damn North Face. He out there wearing it like that bundled up. I can't trust him.
I did. And wait, because we said from the get go, oh, he gave his money to some con artists. Uh huh. Uh huh. Hmm. And yeah, like I said, I've been saying, we at the Pulse. I'm sorry. We into the main line. Y'all need to start listening to us. We be on it.
Now, just imagine people like fighting over the argument. Oh, I was responsible for this presidential pardon request. Oh, I was responsible for it. Like there are actually people fighting R. Kelly's team or people in R. Kelly's group are actually because remember we just read yesterday we learned about him actually seeking a pardon last year.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
honey, I got this story here from TMZ and I just shook my head. I'm like, this is what y'all like. Who does it really matter? But okay. But you all you all should see where it says here by way of TMZ, R. Kelly splinter group in fighting over clemency bid as attorneys rush to take credit. Girl,
Not some
right.
clout chasing for that. Wow.
Well, a splinter group within R. Kelly's camp says they're now officially in charge of the imprisoned singer's bid for clemency. But Kelly's attorney of record tells TMZ the claims are totally unsubstantiated. The infighting between the Kelly factions kicked off Tuesday after Kelly filed a petition to commute his 30-year sentence for his sexual misconduct convictions. In one corner, you have Kelly's Chicago-based attorney of record, Bo Brindley, and in the other, you have Atlanta-based attorney, Leila Schmidt. Schmidt tells TMZ, I have formally submitted a passionate clemency petition graciously asking President Trump for mercy on Mr. Kelly's behalf. Schmidt has been working with Keith Calvert, Kelly's power of attorney. In a letter sent to TMZ, Calvert claims Brindley's statements to the press that he's representing Kelly in his clemency bid are total BS. On Wednesday, Brindley told TMZ that he has been working with Kelly for a long time on his clemency bid and intends to pursue clemency on behalf of Kelly with every other avenue of justice. In response to Calvert, Brindley tells TMZ, counsel of record for Robert Kelly will not comment on the unsubstantiated claims of Keith Calvert, who is neither an attorney nor legal representative of any kind. But Calvert says he has Kelly's power of attorney and oversees his affairs. As you know, Kelly was sentenced to a combined 31 years behind bars for two convictions in 2021 and 2022, one of which was in Brooklyn, New York, and the other in Chicago, Illinois. In the New York case, Kelly was found guilty at trial of racketeering, sexual exploitation of children, forced labor, and Mann Act violations. During the Chicago trial, the jury convicted Kelly of producing child pornography and enticing a minor to engage in sexual activity. Girl, of all the things that y'all could be infighting about, like really, uh, girl, just like Moon said, clout chasing, honey. Well, that is that on that. Oh, somebody else we really not a fan of, 50 Cent. Remember how we talked yesterday about that whole or maybe it was the other day. Some
And
tree
when we
port.
say we're not including you.
Oh, I can't see with y'all.
I thought that was. I said we. Oh, I said maybe the bird.
What happened?
I don't know what happened after New Orleans. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That
Okay.
wasn't y'all. That was me, honey. My mic was doing some funny shit.
Oh damn. But yeah. No, you
So I,
cannot say
I
what
was
I.
dang on. So I can't sit with y'all on Wednesdays. We don't wear pink anymore. Like dang, I can't even sit with my girls, honey. Like dang.
Yeah, because you said a strong we, and I was like, I know you fucking lied.
I did try to squeeze that in there. Like
Yeah,
so we don't like.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We don't really care for 50 Cent. Excuse me.
I love him. Now I don't care for him, but I love him. Okay.
Okay, exactly. Uh-uh.
But there was something going on with that the Red River district in Shreveport, and 50 was pretty much saying if he can't secure that, then he's not gonna. He pretty much want to cancel the whole thing or something like that. Well, the mayor responded and essentially pretty much said he's not worried. Like, um, and you all should see where it says here by way of all hip hop. Shreveport mayor responds to 50 Cent's cryptic post that has city worried. So 50 Cent posted an underhanded message on Instagram that sent shockwaves through Shreveport, Louisiana, hinting he might walk away from his massive entertainment investment in the city. The rapper and businessman wrote, "There are people in Shreveport that just don't want things to get better. I only make deals that make sense. I'm going to have to pull back on the Red River. Peace." That single post triggered immediate concern about what's really going on behind the scenes. Mayor Tom Arsenault quickly addressed the situation, saying he hasn't had direct contact with 50 Cent yet to understand what sparked the message. According to a statement reported by Red River Radio, the mayor emphasized that he believes 50 Cent will honor his existing commitments to the city. Arsenault stated he's confident in 50 Cent's integrity and plans to have conversations with his team to figure out what's driving the frustration. The stakes here are massive. 50 Cent's G Unit Films has committed over $124 million to transform downtown Shreveport into an entertainment hub. The project includes renovating the former Stageworks facility, modernizing Millennium Studios, and constructing the G Dome, an immersive venue designed to attract major productions. According to economic projections, this investment is expected to generate $18.8 billion in economic impact and create more than 6,000 jobs over the next 20 years. The state of Louisiana is backing the effort with $50 million in performance based funding. This isn't the first time 50 Cent has faced pushback in Shreveport. Earlier this year, City Councilman Alan Jackson raised questions about how 50 Cent distributed a $500,000 donation to local nonprofits, arguing the process lacked transparency and that City Council should have a seat at the table for future investments. Jackson's concerns, while framed as procedural, created friction that 50 Cent clearly felt. The rapper responded by calling out what he perceived as negative energy, blocking progress in the city. If 50 Cent pulls back, Shreveport's economic future takes a serious hit. Mayor Arsenault says he's not panicking, but the clock is ticking to smooth things over. Um, Mayor Arsenault, so there was a line in here. He said he's confident in 50 Cent's integrity. Oh, he must ain't been reading the news. You must have been reading the news, but okay. Well, hopefully he will honor his existing commitments to the city. But I mean, they okay. Well, that is that on that. But I was talking about somebody that we can't stand. I'm gonna sit with y'all. If I have to pull up a damn folder chair up in this month, I'm sitting with y'all. Dear. Well, y'all, let's talk about what the fuck happened at today's show, honey. How about a racist motherfucker went over to today's show, breached security, tried to go at Al Roker, but ended up charging at Craig Melvin. Girl,
What?
yes, honey. And you all should see I just shared here by way of TMZ. Today's show intruder arrested, allegedly hurled slur and lunged at Craig Melvin.
Wow.
So, a terrifying security breach rocked the Today Show Thursday morning. A stranger breached security and stormed inside the building from the plaza before allegedly lunging at NBC host Craig Melvin. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ the man was asking for Al Roker after somehow slipping past security. We're told he couldn't find Roker and turned his attention to confront Craig in a restricted area and allegedly lunged at him while yelling the N-word at him. We're told the incident happened around 9 a.m. Eastern Time and that staff and security rushed in and the intruder was ultimately detained and arrested. The man, who we're told is white and was unarmed, had entered a stairwell and made his way backstage. We're told near the dressing room, though where exactly is unclear. A photo taken inside the studio shows Craig surrounded by several people in the aftermath of the frightening encounter. The incident was not captured during the broadcast. Nobody was hurt. Roughly 15 minutes after it all went down, both Craig and Al were on air, and neither hinted at the drama. Afterward, the TMZ cameras caught a heavy police presence on the scene outside of the building. We're told the incident has staff demanding answers about how an unauthorized stranger managed to trail one of the show's biggest stars off the publicly accessible plaza and get so deep inside the building undetected. Because it was a fucking inside job, if you ask me. But yes, that shit happened this morning. And so because it didn't broadcast on there, this is why a lot of people didn't know about it, because it was business as usual for them. They got right back on the air and did what they do. But yeah, that shit happened. And this is a photo of the aftermath after it happened. And then they have so after just a little clip after the incident, they all kind of look like a little annoyed, but doesn't look like something like that happened. Hold on, let me play. It's about 20 seconds.
A lot of people have a skincare routine, but did you know that your skin could actually be sounding the alarm about issues happening inside your body? Here to give us all the skin secrets is board-certified dermatologist and physician.
That was right after that happened. So, look, business as usual. Wow.
Yeah, but they weren't smiling, so you could tell the mood.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't believe this just happened.
No, and as somebody who has frequented a lot of these, so I went to today one time when Bruno Mars was performing outside, and I was out there like maybe, what was it, 3 something in the morning to give me a good spot. It is very restricted. Like no regular bitch can walk off there and just go inside to that restricted area where they have dressing rooms, the people's dressing rooms and stuff like that. And even because you know how they stand outside around those gates with the artists and stuff, and even put the microphone to the art, there's still a heavy security presence there. Like you not. So this is why I think it was an inside job. For real. For him to get that deep into that studio, yeah, that was an inside job. I think.
Let him in.
Mm-hmm. Because it's like this. It's not possible. It's literally not possible. And no matter what daytime TV show you go to, and I've been to several. So that is that on that, honey. We'll see. I'll watch to see if they maybe address it after the fact. They probably won't, because it's just so there. And I guess they don't even want to get that man the satisfaction. You see, they ain't even mention his fucking name. Well, that is that on that. A very interesting move with the Lil Durk case. So I have this article here from All Hip Hop. Let me share that here. And you also see where it says Lil Durk's August trial moves forward without Chicago killing charges. Remember, we've actually talked about this before. The prosecutors were trying to split separate charges, tried to do the shooting in LA, and tried to do the Chicago killing separately. Well, Lil Durk just caught a major break in federal court, and it's the kind of win that actually matters when you're facing murder for hire charges. On Tuesday, Judge Michael W. Fitzgerald agreed to split Durk's case into two separate trials, severing newly filed racketeering charges from his upcoming August 20th murder for hire trial in Los Angeles. The move keeps the Chicago and Atlanta allegations off the table for now, giving the rapper's legal team the breathing room they desperately needed. Here's what went down. Prosecutors dropped a third superseding indictment on Durk's case back in June, adding racketeering counts tied to a January 2022 Chicago killing and an alleged February 2019 attempted murder in Atlanta. The problem? They did it way too late. Durk's defense team had already spent months preparing for trial based on the original charges, and suddenly the feds were dumping thousands of pages of new discovery just weeks before the jury selection. That's not how the game works, and Judge Fitzgerald made it clear he wasn't having it. During Tuesday's hearing, the judge absolutely grilled prosecutors on why they waited so long to file the Chicago-related charges. He even laughed at their arguments, according to reports from the courtroom. He told prosecutors they were trying to strengthen a weak case by piling on charges at the last minute, and he wasn't about to let that happen on his watch. Durk's attorney, Drew Findling, released a statement saying the team was very happy with the court's order. After 21 months of fighting for his client's innocence, while his client has been locked up without bail since October 2024, this victory matters. The August 20th trial will now focus solely on the Los Angeles allegations that Durk ordered the 2022 killing of Savaye Robinson, allegedly in retaliation for the 2020 death of his artist King Von. But here's the catch. Durk isn't out of the legal woods yet. The racketeering charge will still be tried separately, meaning he's facing two different trials instead of one consolidated case. If he gets acquitted in August, he could potentially fight the second trial on double jeopardy grounds, but that's a legal battle for another day. For now, prosecutors are requesting anonymity for the 16 jurors due to security concerns, and the real fight is about to begin. Lil Durk's legal team has been working tirelessly to prepare for trial, and this severance ruling gives them the focused preparation time they need for the August hearing. Well, that's that on that, honey.
That's the first positive news I've heard in this whole case. Damn, the judge said this is a weak case out loud. My God.
And laughed.
Oh, I said, oh, I know that team, but they were so happy to hear that because that is well, okay. Now he may get convicted on a lot of other things, but it sounds like this might do something. This might, one thing off his list. Yeah, gosh.
And I just have to say, we here at Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea love and respect Lil Durk, Durk Banks. We love that community man. Baby, when I tell you that's the last smoke I want, honey. We want no smoke with Durk, OTF, none of them, baby. We here love and respect every last one of y'all.
Look.
Sure.
I guess. But yeah, well, I don't need no smoke of some people I don't even know. I don't care. But I mean, this is probably the best news they done heard in a good little while. So good for them, I guess.
Yep. I'm gagged at that. I'm with you, Moon. I'm gagged at that judge. The judge said it's a weak case out loud and laughed. Yo. So they feel that Lil Pab killing is a weak case. Wow. Well, honey, Karen Spears. She so remember she was fighting hard to get her sons back. Like I think
was really trying to figure out who the fuck you was talking about for a second. You really start calling her Karen Spears on a regular basis.
Yes, because that man, baby, after that is a Karen for your ass, honey. But honey, so it looks like there's trouble in paradise with her son. Because remember, she just got really got him back once they got of age, and she ain't got to pay no child support for him no more. But you all should see where it says here by way of RadarOnline.com. Britney Spears turns her backs on her sons. Singer cast out by family again as her kids blow a fuse after she misses fashion debut. Mm-mm. Well,
their fashion debut.
yep. Well, because I think one or them was modeling or some shit, girl. But
Britney.
this starts. Oops, she did it again. Britney Spears' bizarre rant about having another baby, followed by her choice to skip both of her sons' runway debuts at Paris Fashion Week, has left her squarely in the doghouse with her two boys, Radar Online can reveal. Sources said Sean Preston, who's 20, and Jaden Spears, who's 19, were more than miffed their mom missed their big debut when they thought they had made guest strides in repairing their relationship after her self-destructive behavior led to her losing custody of the boys to ex-husband Kevin Federline in October 2007. They consider her no-show a huge kick in the teeth, a source shared. Insider said 44-year-old Britney's excuse that she has a fear of airplanes and didn't fly with her sons. An insider said the fact that she jets all over the world, but her sudden decision to stay grounded in Los Angeles and miss a moment that was important to each of them made it all more galling to the boys. They made it clear to her beforehand, numerous times, it would have meant the world to them if she had been there to cheer them on, the insider said. Both boys were primarily raised by former backup dancer Dad Federline, who's 48 after the parents' divorce, but have rallied to support their troubled mom in recent years. Preston and Jaden, who had moved from California to Hawaii with her dad and stepmom Victoria Prince in 2023, came to LA to offer support to Britney following her recent DUI arrest, insiders dish. The hitmaker ultimately pled guilty to violating the state's wet reckless law and was sentenced to 12 months of probation. She was also ordered to complete a DUI class and pay state-mandated fines. Another source said it was the hitmaker's sons, who urged her to seek help, explaining they're the only ones she listens to. But this recent double betrayal has created a new barrier between Britt and the boys, a source said. To them, it seems like she's intent on starting over as a parent and seeing them when it's easy for her, according to the source. They're furious after the efforts they made for her. So they built the wall. They had to keep their mom out, and she's only got herself to blame. Mm-mm.
I mean, she fooled y'all all. Look, y'all got her off of conservatorship. She don't be taking her medicine. She didn't fell back down where she was at. Well,
She can go to Mexico to get them drugs, honey, but she didn't want to go to Paris to see her boys on the run.
Look, that's what's important to her. Look here. Them damn children is not important, child.
She was like, look, y'all got all my motherfucking money, honey. Go ahead and have fun. Shit. Okay, I'm scared of planes. I just need to stay here in Los Angeles for a little bit.
And I think she used to drive down to Mexico, to be honest.
You right, yep.
So, I was like, well, when is she jet setting all around the world? I ain't really seen that. We ain't heard about her being nowhere but in Mexico. Mm, yeah, I mean, their mama ain't, she not good. She not good.
Yeah, and unfortunately, these boys, they're gonna have to learn a hard lesson. And they're learning it now. They're really young and they're learning it. Like, she is who she is, not what you want her to be. So
Yeah. And I mean, and she has a drug problem and she has a mental illness, so it'll forever always be you know, a struggle. And they'll have to learn how to deal with her, in small doses. Unfortunately, she can't be the mother, whatever that is for them, whatever they're looking for. She ain't gonna be able to give that.
unfortunately.
Too bad. So say, yeah, that's it.
Hmm. Well, enough sad news, honey. Let's talk about this fine ass Lenny Kravitz, honey. Y'all know this is just my 62 and he's still fine, honey. And he's telling us, how he keeps it tight at 62. Now, I won't be doing none of this, but good for him. And you see where it says here by way of TMZ, Lenny Kravitz reveals how he keeps it tight at 62. I got something tight for you, Lenny. Anyway, this starts. Lenny Kravitz is spilling his secrets to being a ripped rock star. And we got to be honest, they're a little wild. The musician opened up to Men's Health about how he keeps it tight at 62, noting that he accidentally fell into a fasting habit. Lenny says he doesn't have his first meal of the day until late afternoon, but that's not by design. He told the magazine, "It's not because I'm trying to intermittent fast, it's just the way I am. I can't get up and like eat." And he's not tracking his progress through a workout logging app. Instead, he's paying attention to how tight his pants feel. He explained, "I can gauge everything by how tight I am in my pants. Like if my pants are a little tight, I know I'm getting out of shape." And speaking of pants, you'll catch Lenny Kravitz rocking jeans at the gym. An odd choice for a workout retire, but he has a solid reason, saying, "I perform on stage in leather, denim, whatever. So those are the pants I wear to train. It also means I can fit in a workout at any time, anywhere." Hey, whatever works. And to be honest, you can't really argue with results like Lenny's.
Well,
Nasty, a musty motherfucker who don't wear no drawers. Yeah, I
calm
know it smells.
down. Damn, why you coming for?
I
What
know
the hell?
it smell crazy
Girl, that's why they make
over
look, I
there.
got a word wipe in my purse, honey. I just wipe it off real quick before we get it started.
Look
Listen, because
here.
I guarantee you he's a natural. I don't wear no aluminum foil. Um in my deodorant head ass. No, hell no.
Not aluminum foil.
He ain't got he ain't got no what's the color? What's the what am I trying to say? No goddamn
Look,
yeah, aluminum. Yeah, it's
you
aluminum.
not finna come
Mhm.
for Roxy
Yeah,
Roker's
without
son
the
now. I'm gonna
foil.
need you to simmer down. You
You
not
said
coming for Roxy Roker's son.
I
Simmer down.
sure is. I
Simmer
sure is.
down.
I know it smelled crazy over there. I
No, it
sure
don't. No,
is.
it don't. Get off.
I
Leave
sure
Roxy Roker's baby alone. You
listen.
hear me?
A nigga with some nose piercings ain't never gonna see it for me. No, but I know it smelled crazy over there.
And I
You
ain't gonna
out
lie to
there?
you, Lady Queen. This video, it do look like it's kind of smell a little crazy. I ain't gonna.
Listen, I know it smells crazy over there. Ain't
It
got no
don't.
goddamn
That
drawers
picture do
on.
not look like it smell crazy. That
Yeah,
his
let
body
me
do
play the
look
video. Yes,
good.
it do. It look like it's stinking though, but he still looks good.
Hard keep it tight at 62 here.
That's some fake workout. It don't stink over there.
With no drawers on. Lord.
Hey, let he need his shit to swing free. He don't need no issues restraining it. I get it. But hold on. But hold on. Y'all don't be mad when these heifers be doing their practice choreo in these heels. Ain't they feet funky? I mean, he just keeping it. He said I gotta work out in the elements so I can be able to do it.
Listen, honey, Lena, honey, I don't care how I smell her until the room stinks. Whatever the kids be saying, honey, I don't care. Like I got a wet wipe in my purse. It takes look. I want all of it. You hear me? And then I remember that one time where his dingling slipped out because he wasn't wearing no drawers. The pants he was wearing had a hole in it. I was like, oh, I don't know what I did to deserve this treat, but thank you. Thank you. But and we have some comments, and it said like, what time did he last eat, drink before he slept, and what time does he sleep? Like you starve yourself when you're sleeping, and that's not healthy. I agree. The first thing when I wake up, if I don't have any breakfast, like I feel it like and I'm like, ooh, I got to put something in my stomach. I just don't see how people can skip breakfast, but breakfast isn't for everybody, and certainly not
Sometimes
for me.
I don't feel like I can eat right away in the morning.
It's so easy to do, especially if you,
Yeah.
like a coffee drinker. Baby,
Yes.
get you a good cup of hot something or tea. Yeah,
Yes.
you good to at least noon. You know.
Look, that's what I'm going off of right now. Coffee and vibes. Look, I felt hungry.
And
It's time for me to have my coffee.
right, and don't fuck around and have be at work and got meetings and stuff, or get busy locking in on something. Yeah, it's easy to do. Easy.
I am just, I guess, because I'm just such a fat bitch with no self control, honey. Like I need to have both my coffee and something with some bread and some eggs, honey. And I would
At
literally
least you
be
know
late for work.
yourself. At least you know yourself. And I feel like that's residual. The bread aspect, I feel that's a residual from you fucking with Dominicans because you know they love a cafe con
Oh,
leche, con
she
pet.
came for your neck.
No, she might be on to something.
Okay.
Because I
Love
do
you
love a mongoose
down.
breakfast.
Love you down.
Look, I can't. Yeah, too much, too heavy. I gotta settle in, and then I do love a good breakfast, though. Look, don't be coming for Roxy's son. Like, simmer down.
Yeah, we won't come for Roxy's son, but we'll come for Zoe's daddy.
Hello, and
No, go
because
just go for Zoe, please. Just somebody help her out. Somebody, cause oh god,
hmm,
that baby is ooh, she got too much white swimming around in
and
her.
that
She's
and
lost
where
her
she get it
damn
from,
mind.
and where she get it from, her daddy.
No, no, her mama's biracial too. You got two biracial
Com-
parents,
combination.
Mm-hmm.
and she did, and both her parents lean into the blackness. I don't know what is this part of her rebellion or something. I don't know.
I think so, for real. Or just like who her friends are, her group of friends that she took. I just remember, like, I truly thought Zoe Kraft, like back in 2010, 2009 and 2010, I thought Zoe Kraft was about to come through and slay, honey. She was just out, like they had caught her outside in fashions. She was being a socialite. Then she ended up being in that movie Dope. She did really well in that. And then she just started, I was reading about some anti-black shit. I was like, oh, this girl is, mm-mm.
And both her parents are lean into their blackness. I just don't understand where. Yeah, it must be them. Well, she did grow up in Hollywood, and she buzzed around. I don't know, child. I guess it don't coonery comes from anywhere. I guess.
Listen, and I'm not in the habit of making a motherfucker lean into nothing that is
Oh,
when it
she can
concerns to
go to
being
hell.
black. You don't want to be over here, baby.
Yeah,
We
she can
don't
go to
want
hell.
you over here. Thanks.
I just sometimes I might have to do a dissertation on how coons become coons because I be so perplexed. Of like, what brought you here? What like what who hurt you specifically?
Do it, girl. I'll read it. And we
Because
have
I be want to know.
we have a question saying, "You think Lenny can carry my Costco items?" I don't think so. He can carry, girl. He can carry whatever he want to carry, 200, especially over.
Look, his body do look good. I ain't even gonna hold you. That look good. And he ain't even gotta take no damn steroids. Like, come on, y'all. Like that was looking good.
You
Especially to
can
be in
have
his
it.
60s. I
Yeah.
don't want it. It just look good. I don't want him, but he holding it together now.
I want him.
You know who looked what was what's the actor who's 80 something? I think he like 82. I forgot his name. The black guy. Damn, what's his name?
Well,
he looked good. God is
Who
good.
up? Ernie
God is
Hudson.
I'm ooh, I think so.
Back off, girl.
mm.
That's mine.
Hello.
Ooh,
Now if we gonna talk about someone who's of age, you know, a certain age, who look the fuck good. Yes, Lord.
Boy, I
who
remember
Oh,
look good?
yes, Lord. Yes, God. Ain't God good?
somebody put a
Yeah.
picture of him on Twitter. I said, "Baby, I will lick the Bengay off that chest, honey." Do you hear me?
Not have been gay. But
Oh
yes.
yeah, that's your jam right there.
Ooh,
Yes.
yes, Lord.
Put it together. Uh-huh. Ooh. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He definitely looks good to be in his 80s for sure. I love that for him for
He said
Yeah.
sure.
I be in the gym and right
But
on.
hey, I love when everybody 60 you still look good, 80 you still look good. I love that for y'all. Like, yes, please do it.
Well, speaking of somebody who looked good that I thought was a very attractive man, but usually when I had conversations with people, they was like, "I don't know about that, Derek," because I wanted me a Lester, honey, but unfortunately, Hal Williams, the actor who played Lester in the iconic 227, he has unfortunately died at 91 years old. I used to have the biggest crush on this
Oh,
man,
that's
honey.
who passed away. I was because they said Sanford and Son. I was like, well, who is that?
Yep,
Who
he
is
was in,
that?
he. And you see where it says here, Sanford and Son star Hal Williams dead at 91 by way of TMZ.
I
Well,
can't believe he's
What a mighty
91.
life he lived.
I can't. I
he
mean,
did.
time has just really flown by. I'll be forgetting Marla Maples is 100 damn near. Oh my God, they lived a long life. God bless them.
I love me some Marla, Marla and her daughter Angela, honey. I love them, but they just did a TV show together recently. What was Chicago Fire, some shit like that. They did. They both had guest star roles, and I thought it was pretty cool. But this starts Hal Williams, the actor who famously played Officer Smitty Smith in the 1970s hit TV show Sanford and Son, has died, according to his rep. His manager, Zena Portlock Houston, tells TMZ Hal died from natural causes Wednesday morning at his home in Rancho Mirage, California, noting that he has some health issues. Houston said Hal felt tired upon his return 2 days ago from Ohio, where he attended a reunion celebrating Sanford and Son with with former castmate Howard Platt, who played Officer Howard Hoppy Hawkins. In 1972, Hal launched his TV career, landing the role of Smitty in Sanford and Son alongside legendary comedian Red Fox, who played Fred Sanford, and Damon Wilson, who played Fox's son Lamont. Then in 1973, Hal scored a major role as Harley Foster in the popular TV show The Waltons. Hal also had a prominent part in the TV sitcom 227 as Lester Jenkins. He also made cameos in a bunch of other TV shows, including That Girl, The Dick Van Dyke Show, Cannon, Policewoman, Gunsmoke, Good Times, Knots Landing, The Dukes of Hazzard, Webster, Hill Street Blues, Magnum PI, Night Court, and LA Law. Not only that, but Hal was featured on the big screen too, securing parts in movies such as Hardcore, The Rookie, Percy and Thunder, and Flight. He was 91, and may he rest in peace. Yes, honey. A friend of mine said, you always like civil rights looking niggas. Because when we were talking about, like, I said, honey, I used to think Lester was so fine. That is the face of a husband. I don't give a damn. It was like, you would think that. You love them civil rights looking niggas.
Well, they've never lied.
I
That
like
is
what I
the
like.
truth. That is the truth. Because I've never thought he was attractive, but I definitely, he's definitely somebody pawpaw.
He's a
And he
beauty
does.
man.
He do look like somebody's husband. He, from
Husband
Mississippi,
to take care of
Alabama.
home, honey. Mm.
Civil rights looking niggas is crazy, but I'm gonna stand in solidarity with you because I love Otis Redding and he was 26 when he passed, but he looked every bit of somebody's 30 plus year old man.
He
You
sure
hear me?
did, Lord.
He was
Um,
26.
Yep.
What?
yes, he
Why
was
didn't I know
26.
it was because he looked old?
And
I
Otis
thought he
said,
was an
so that's
old
why I
man.
said
You
I'm gonna
said
stand.
30. Hell, I thought he was 60.
Listen, I'm gonna stand in solidarity with Auntie on that because Otis Redding in another lifetime he was supposed to be mine. Yeah, I'm gonna stand in solidarity
That
with you
is.
on that
Oh,
one
that's
in
fucked
particular.
up.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny because I really thought his ass was in his 60s. I don't mean to laugh like that, but damn.
No, it's shocking because we all did. I think we all did the same thing when we found out. Well, I was like, I'm sorry, 20 what?
20 who? I'm sorry. Be fucking for real, man.
You're not talking about like the number of hits he has, right? You're talking about his age.
I'm
Okay.
like, wait, what 26 years? Boy, I'm telling you, we have evolved because the further we get away from our ancestral roots, we start to smooth it out and don't look so hard and beat down as But the closer they was, they still look old. They look old, real young. Oh God, I did not know. Especially in the 80s. Ooh, them dudes, they was balding and had that hair, and they be 19, child. Ooh,
When I found out Whitman Mayo and Shady Grady from Sanford and Son, and he was like what in his late 30s when the show first started. That man looked like he was all bit of going on 70.
what the fuck? Like
Yes. And I
seriously.
was like, he was how old? Oh
God,
wow.
look, all of them, all look like that, and that's the crazy thing. I'm telling you, the further we get away, the less we look like we was in the field. So I'm just
You know, it was
saying.
probably because Jim Crow, honey, they were just stressing our black men out, honey, and it was showing on their
Okay,
face.
and women, cause shit, cause old girl was not that old either. And
Mm-hmm.
she looked like she was about to, she looked like she was with my grandma and them running around.
Ella English, Aunt Helen from Jamie Foxx show, 36 when that show first started.
Look,
But I think
bitch.
she was married to Uncle Junior, so that made her look, because Uncle Junior was older, so that kind of made her look a little older. So,
But still, it looked too real.
mm-hmm.
And they didn't have high definition back then. So it looked all on the money. That is so funny. Oh, well, God bless. He lived a long life. And I'm glad he got to see his friends before he passed.
He did right, and they were just out there doing a reunion, a Sanford and Son reunion with the officer and stuff. I thought that was so nice, but unfortunately, he got home and like, damn, I'm tired, and yeah.
Yeah. Well, when you're 91, baby, like we say, it's a any day, any moment situation. You just blessed to wake up every day.
Well, thank you for everything, Hal Williams, Thriller, and
Yeah.
I would say he was my awakening, but no, Johnny Gill was actually my awakening.
I thought you said somebody else was your awakening, but I'll
Mm-mm.
take Johnny.
It was Johnny Gill, hun. I wanted to be Johnny Gill, hun. Girl, I was in love with that man back in the day. Used to say he was my boyfriend. That people around. No, he not. You ain't got no boyfriend. Don't be saying it.
They was hating on you.
Mm-hmm. No, they were just probably protecting me because they know Johnny Gill is the bottom, allegedly. Ooh, that was so mean, Derek. That was so mean and unprovoked. Anyway.
Well, I mean, a thing is a thing, but still, I mean, I don't even. What I mean, whatever. The lady swooned over him. Nobody had a clue until much later.
And then
So,
them ladies that's 20, if you know what I know, keep him away from your man. Mm-hmm.
but now you could tell he out now because that when I saw him in that Janet Jackson birthday party, bitch, he can't deny shit no more. I hope he ain't trying to,
Oh no,
because let
he is.
me tell you,
To this day, he said he is 210% heterosexual, honey. That's what he
bitch,
said.
please. Now, shit. Now, my gaydar don't work all the time. But when I
Mhm.
saw that, I said, "Oh, I see what they talking about. I see it, sir.
Girl.
Be fucking for real."
Honey, like y'all know, I've told this. I don't need to revisit it, but I've told the Johnny Gill story that I know.
Look, he ain't even making new music, sir. Just live your truth and be happy, child. Just go
No,
on
he's not
about your
making, but he's
business.
still touring from that old one, honey. That will affect his bottom line because people are.
Yeah, well, not these heifers these days. I'm sorry. They gonna show up, child. They gonna be fine. He ain't trying to bring in the new crowd. He just gonna go see the same heifers he been seeing for the last 30 years. They gonna keep showing up. Like he just confused. I could change him, and they gonna go to the concert and throw their panties up on stage like they've been doing. Please.
No, but this time they're just probably aware that he's going to wear those panties now. Let me stop. Let me stop. Eric. Leave that
Look,
man alone. I
look,
guess I'm just
Auntie,
gonna
we
say
just
that I don't
talked
have my own
about
room at an
how
A-list.
these females be in denial. They be in denial. So he could say it, and they'd be like, "No, he not. Uh-uh.
I guess I'm
He."
just like low key jealous because I want my own room at a certain celebrity's house. Man. Allegedly. Johnny, you know who room you got a house in, bro. I know. So don't even try it.
Well, I mean, we still got it now. I mean, he is with that lady, that white lady now. So.
Mhm. We have a comment saying this is so fun. It will be until Johnny Gill send a bitch a cease and desist.
Look, I saw the video. Shit, the season desist what? Nigga, I see you. I said, oh, yeah. And yeah, he gives bottom energy. Yes, he does.
Mhm.
So I'm sorry. That's what you put off, sir. Not my fault.
Well, this
Live your
next story
truth.
is actually very, very sad. So there was a really famous bodyguard by the name of Mason Haynes. who unfortunately died from a car accident. And he was Kim and Chris's bodyguard.
Please. I'm like, famous to who? I mean, oh, tell by what? You know, sorry, sir.
Oh, a mess. But you all see where it says here by way of TMZ, Kardashian family longtime bodyguard dies in traffic accident.
Oh, let's see.
Yep. So Mason Haynes, a longtime celebrity bodyguard who protected members of the Kardashian family and several other A-listers, is dead. A GoFundMe created for his family says Mason died in a traffic accident on July 4th, just 2 days before what would have been his 53rd birthday.
Oh, very young.
Yep. Mason spent years working in close protection with the Kardashians among his first celebrity clients. He previously said he worked with Kim Kardashian, Kris Jenner, and Kanye West, along with Kevin Hart, Nicki Minaj, Charlie Puth, and Formula One star Lewis Hamilton. He was also part of the family security team when Kim was robbed at gunpoint in Paris in 2016, though he later declined to discuss the incident in detail. Mason's employer, Trojan Security UK, remembered him as an absolute legend in the close protection industry, sharing a photo of him working alongside Kris and saying he was gone too soon. The fundraiser paints Mason as much more than muscle, describing him as a protector, mentor, and prankster who made everyone feel like family. Organizers say hundreds of messages have poured in from people whose lives he touched. Mason leaves behind his wife Faye, daughter Brooke, and son Noah. The fundraiser will help cover his memorial and ease the family's financial burden as they grieve. He was only 52, and may he rest in peace.
Yeah,
And
that's young.
very young, and I have to say that TMZ wasn't. They were not laying it on thick when they say like a lot of people described him as a protector, mentor, prankster, and somebody that they felt safe around. Because Taylor Momsen actually she did that on her Instagram post because he worked for her as well. Remember, we just
Who?
talked about Taylor Momsen. We just talked about her not too long ago when we discussed Jim Carrey new
Oh,
movie, the Grinch movie coming out, and she's planning to be in it as well. But she was from
okay.
Gossip Girl, if you don't remember. But
Oh yeah, I pulled it up. I'm like, okay.
but Taylor
Oh, good for
Momsen,
her.
yep, and she's gutted by former bodyguard Mason Haynes' death. So I'm just going to share my screen and go to her Instagram post. But it was a really nice one. And this is a photo that was shared, and a couple of others.
No, he was young though.
He
52 is
was,
not old at all.
and it
Too
says,
young to leave with babies.
yep. And I've struggled for days and still am not sure how to process this. Mason Haynes was my family, my protector, my confidant, and one of my closest friends. When someone knows every dark secret about you and never judges, spends 24 hours a day with you, 7 days a week, you form a bond that is hard to explain. He was a powerful giant with the softest heart of anyone I knew. Smart as a whip, artistic, and most importantly, he was always putting others' needs first. His advocacy against bullying ran deep within him. I will miss him in a way I can't explain. My love to his family, who meant more than the world to him. If you can, please donate to the GoFundMe in my story to support this immense loss so many people I know are feeling. I love you, Mason. I can't believe I'll never hear your voice again. You were truly one of a kind. Hold your loved ones close and don't take a minute for granted. Love you all. It's really nice. But yeah, they were really close, and a lot of people are hurting off of this. Oh, go ahead, Libra Queen.
Okay, so how did he die again, real quick?
Oh, they said it was a traffic accident, so I'm guessing a car accident of some kind.
Okay, gotcha. Also, all these people, celebrity, security, and they got you with a GoFundMe, talking about go support it.
Wow. I thought that crossed my mind too, but okay.
Like, oh,
Uh,
listen.
make it make sense quickly.
Well, maybe
Your
it's for
top
them to
client.
donate. I mean, he knew a lot of people, celebrities. Maybe it's for them to donate because you can't just call people up and ask them for money. So start the GoFundMe and let the celebrities donate to it. That's how I look at
Oh, that's a nice way
Yeah,
to look
if
at
you,
it.
I mean, you better than me because for
it.
me, I feel like because you got,
Oh,
I feel like that should
the
be a if it's
Kardashians could have just dropped
yeah,
that right there. Them
and the
alone.
Right, they could have just put it in a group chat though. I feel like it could have been they got their private prep back channels of talking to each other. Hey, we're trying to make sure this happens for this person, but you got a public GoFundMe for people who really don't even know who you are, sir. With all these celebrity clients, tell me you value the people who protect you because what? What do you mean? I guarantee it is. I'm almost certain. I'm almost certain that if this was a situation with Julius,
I
God
already knew
bless
you was
him,
gonna go there.
you know what I'm saying? If this was a situation with Julius, Beyonce,
Julius is getting
Jul-
what?
a fan base, hello, but Beyonce,
Homegoing.
Giselle knows Carter would never. You hear me? Never.
I hope that we would never have to like what? I mean, be fucking for real. But yeah, I was thinking about honestly when you said that, I was like the only real bodyguards that I ever knew about was the one that passed away. That was a Big Rob. What's his name? That was with
Yeah.
the white
Mhm.
boy and Julian. I'm like, who's all these other? I don't know him. Who? Oh, they said famous. I'm like, you mean to y'all? Because I know the only two bodyguards I know on a regular basis is Julian
Exactly. Okay.
and Big
Exactly.
Rob that passed away.
Julius got his own little fan club because they be calling him out at the shows. But yeah, ain't no motherfucking way.
And y'all
Even
notice
if
how?
it
Oh, go ahead.
huh?
I'm sorry, bro.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, you see how because the goal was for 18,000 pounds. They've
Yeah,
already raised over 11,000 pounds with only 84 donations.
and pounds is heavy. You hear me? In comparison to U.S. dollars, okay? I be hating
Well,
to
I
go
mean,
funding.
Kim is a whole fucking billionaire. She could have just took care of
Drop
that,
that.
and
That's what I'm
everybody could have been on
saying.
their way.
Listen,
But here we are.
this is what I'm saying. Tell me you value your goddamn personal security, because what you mean this motherfucker had to his family had to open up a GoFundMe, or somebody on his behalf open up a GoFundMe for his family. 25,000, the essentially 18,000 British pounds is essentially 25,000, close to or a little bit less than or a little bit more than 24,000 US dollars. Baby, go to hell for them clients. You hear me?
They spend that on a Tuesday and more.
Hello.
You could have
Hello.
just chump changed that on out and said God bless. I don't
Hmm.
know, but I guess people don't be that generous or that kind. I would think, if somebody protected your life
You ain't got
before,
hello, you ain't got that in your contract or something. Hey, if I
Yeah, but
die
y'all don't
in
even
such
know if they gave them something on the back end. I mean, come on now.
oh,
You don't
it's
know
just the fact.
what they're doing.
And
that's
that's
true.
cool. We probably will never know. But the fact that there is a public GoFundMe
Yes,
outside in
for
the
the people
open,
that knew him. Yes,
I think that's crazy.
I don't.
I think it's crazy. I really and truly, and I'm telling you that this as a person who really don't fuck with the whole. I'm using the GoFundMe to pay for funeral expenses, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I come from the old school. Hey, we finna the blacks finna get together and we finna get somebody fish fry. We finna donate, do this, do that, put it out at the church, et cetera, to get it done. The GoFundMe aspect, when we all know that end of life is guaranteed, really be rubbing me the wrong motherfucking way. But when the capable people, you're in circles where that shouldn't even be a public thing that should be happening. That's where I be feeling some type of way, because I honestly and truly, like, there's so many other avenues to me that you can go. Hey, here's the Venmo account of the spouse. Here's the Venmo account of the daughter or whoever. Send this directly, to go through a platform where you gotta put in your information, and then on top of that, GoFundMe be really wanting you to be public. Like you gotta do a whole little click to get that shit to be private, as to be an anonymous donor, or to not have your public information out there. We'll put it like that, which is another reason I'm not a huge fan of doing that. even though I have for non funeral related things. But yeah, it just, I don't know, it just make me feel a little wiggly. And I want better for everybody.
No, I feel you. I was just got it was one donation, an anonymous donation that somebody made that was over $3,700. I'm like, damn, that was probably one of the Kardashians. She was like, this all you getting, girl. 37. And you
I
know what?
bet.
But
Well, Auntie has a point because Kylie, boy, she be over there running a tight ship. They're close to slavery over there with them housekeepers. So I don't know. I don't know.
I just think it's for the people that knew him to donate money, and I'm sure the Kardashians are going to do their part and take care of that family. I don't see it like y'all do.
Oh, I'm glad you have faith in them. Oh,
I have
that's
faith in
nice.
humanity. This man was
Ooh,
a part of
still?
our
Oh
lives.
my God, chill. I love that. I'm somebody gotta have it because I don't. I
I
don't. So
do
I'm glad you
because
have it.
he was a part of a lot of people's lives, and it gives them a chance to donate as well. As much money as they can give this family, I just don't have a problem with it.
Look at you. I love that. God bless. That's so sweet.
no, and Moon is right. We need a lot more of that because, honey, I'm just and I try myself. I find myself becoming like real cold hearted, and not like I don't. I'm like, this is like you ain't never been like that before, honey. And recent events is making me that way, and I'm just like, it's
Yes,
refreshing
it
to see
makes me
somebody.
messed up.
Yeah, we
Hmm.
need more.
And I really don't see it for the Kardashian-Jenner family ever at all. So,
And it's crazy because this story, like while we were talking, this story actually just broke. I just got the TMZ alert about it. Kris Jenner's mom, MJ, she actually just passed away at 91 years old.
damn, I didn't even know that grandma was still alive. Oh,
Hmm.
Nemo.
And you see where it says Kris Jenner's mother, Mary Jo, MJ, dead at 91. So now they got about to plan not only the bodyguard's funeral expenses, they probably got to plan this one too. But it says Kris Jenner's beloved mother, Mary Jo, known as MJ, is dead. Kris announced her mom's death Thursday morning in a social media post. She says, "Today we say goodbye to my beautiful mommy, MJ. There are no words beyond that could ever capture what she has meant to me or the heartbreak of having to say goodbye." Kris added, "My mom was the heart of our family. She taught me everything that truly matters: to love your family fiercely, to be kind, to show up for the people you love, and to never take a single moment together for granted." She thanked her mother for every sacrifice she made and every lesson she passed down, writing that she would miss their daily conversations, MJ's smile, and her laughter. She closed the post by thanking her mother for giving me the greatest childhood and a beautiful, blessed life, adding, "My heart is broken into a million pieces. I love you forever, mommy." MJ became a fan favorite over the years through her appearances on the Kardashian family's reality shows, where viewers got to know her quick wit, warm personality, and close bond with Kris, Kim, Khloe, Courtney, Kendall, and Kylie, and the rest of the family. Kris did not share MJ's cause of death or any additional details surrounding her passing. MJ was 91, and may she rest in peace.
Cause of death, she 91. Shit, what the hell? What y'all thought she was? I mean, she old.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that Kris Jenner had a sister. I was like, well, let me see. Did she have a sister? Her sister died a couple of years ago. So she's
Oh,
the last one in her family, her immediate family. I mean, unless her dad is still around, but I don't think so.
ooh, we have a very interesting comment. So MJ probably made the family promise not to talk about her to the media. Probably, just like that
Hmm.
Osborne girl, the eldest daughter.
The sister, yeah, she didn't play that shit. She said, "Do not put me on nothing."
Yep.
The two, three times I ever saw her, it was one talking to her about don't ever put me on nothing, and I think they got her to talk about something one other time. But that was it. She didn't play about that shit.
Yes. Well, Chili, I could not wait to talk about this next story, honey, because I know you're ready for a good laugh, honey. Lindsey Vonn.
Already.
You all should see,
Oh
I had to
shit.
share here by way of people. Lindsey Vonn reveals her ankle is still broken 5 months after horrific Olympics injury.
Well,
Bitch, this bitch is stupid. I mean. Girl,
I could. I saw this. I said, "Lord, look, I cannot wait to tell." Like, yes, girl. What you think? What you thought was going to happen? Like, crazy.
you ain't got super bones, girl. Bye.
Well, Lindsey Vonn is getting candid about her recovery journey following a downhill skiing accident at the 2026 Winter Olympics. On the red carpet for the ESPYs outside the David H. Koch Theater at Lincoln Center in New York City on Wednesday, July 15th, the skier, who's 41, revealed in an exclusive interview with People that her healing process, while progressing, is still ongoing. It's been a very slow process, Vaughn says. It's been 5 months since I've been able to actually go to the gym in a somewhat meaningful way. And walking is actually still really hard for me. My ankle is still broken. Vaughn's accident took place 13 seconds into her run in the women's downhill final during the 2026 Olympics in Cortina d'Ampezzo, Italy, after she lost control and flipped through the air during her fall on February 8th. She was quickly placed on a stability board and airlifted by a helicopter to a hospital from the course, and the impact left her suffering from a complex tibia fracture and a torn ACL. Just over a week before her crash, Vaughn had completely ruptured her ACL while competing in a World Cup race, she said in a press conference several days after the event. Now she is grateful to be standing once again. I was in a wheelchair for so long. I was on crutches for so long, Vaughn tells People at the ESPYs. She adds, it was honestly almost 3.5 months that I was unable to walk unassisted. I got very emotional when I was able to walk on my own. Earlier this week, Vaughn reflected on her 5 months of recovery in an Instagram reel where she shared progressive footage of her working towards standing and eventually squatting with the medicine ball. I knew one day I'd get here, just didn't know how long it would take me, Vaughn's caption read. It took 5 months, but I'm finally here. Still a very long road ahead, but my strength is coming back. Maybe more mentally than physically, still, but that's not a bad thing. Girl, sit your ass down. So you be
This bitch
permanently.
lucky she even got a fucking leg. Girl, bye.
Now I have to say she did look good at the ESPYs. That dress she had on, it was cute. Let me
Yeah,
share my
but
screen.
she didn't mess up her face, but she almost lost that leg though.
You see, she had to wear that long gown, honey, had to cover everything.
Yeah, girl, sit down somewhere, child.
No,
That
really.
shit is over. You don't need to be a downhill skier no more. It's a wrap. Just make sure you can walk and take care of yourself, child. Goodbye.
And I think we have a comment saying, I hope Serena doesn't get this bad. And to be completely honest, it might be a possibility, right? Because
Mm,
based off of what we've been seeing, and like, because it's like, girl, you don't have to get out there, but she still feels that and this, I guess, this is like a feeling none of us will ever understand because we're not competitive sports players. We don't know what that rush and that high feels like. And because I just cannot imagine, right? The reasonable person in me cannot imagine with a torn ACL that's already, I'm trying to get recovered. I'm going out to go ski again. Like, but it's a possibility that Serena could get this bad because we've kind of seen these sports players just seem to cannot stay away from their craft. I guess it's all they know. So, well, that is that on that. I just really brought that story up for my Chilla because we've been talking about that. And she was what Chilla was actually the one who brought Lindsey Vonn's stupid ass to my attention. I'm like, she did what? Mm. Well, girl, Puka Nakua. And this story is actually not about him biting people. This is actually about his ex. Puka Nakua's ex and child's mother pretty much said that Ryan Clark and his podcast and stuff almost drove her to suicide. And you all should see I've just shared here by way of Us Weekly. And you see, it says ex-girlfriend of NFL star Puka Nakua accuses ESPN's Ryan Clark of nearly driving her to suicide. So let's get into it.
I need to hear this.
Yes, and it's one of those things like I guess, because Ryan Clark is usually based off of what I've seen tends to be like very unproblematic for the most part. So
That's why I'm like, this white woman putting her life and balance in front at the foot of this black man. Let's hear this. I want to hear this.
well, it starts. Hallie Ayano, the ex-girlfriend of Los Angeles Rams wide receiver Puka Nakua, said she is healing after false allegations about her personal life, including from ESPN's Ryan Clark, nearly drove her to suicide. While I was trying to figure out how I was going to bring my son into the world, 3 grown men decided to use my life as entertainment. She said, and she's 25 years old, and she said this in a TikTok video on Sunday, July 12th. A year ago from today, three retired old NFL guys decided to talk about me on their podcast and talked about me in a very disgusting and viral way. They painted me as this slut, this whore. She continued, what they didn't know and what the world didn't know was behind the headlines, I wasn't receiving the financial, emotional support that I needed. I opened my phone at 3 a.m. to see this podcast, and I will never forget that moment. To be so honest, I'm surprised that I am even here. I did not want to live anymore. Watching these men use their very public platform to talk about me in such a terrible way, watching this podcast just amplify the rumors and the headlines about me was very hard. Ayano is referring to the Pivot podcast hosted by Clark and co hosts Channing Crowder and Fred Taylor. During an episode last July, the trio discussed the paternity petition that Ayano had filed against Nakua, who's 25, seeking confirmation that he was the biological father, something she previously said she never doubted, and seeking custody while giving Nakua visitation rights. She and Nakua welcomed son Kingston in October 2025. If you were in it for the money, you had one job, Clark, who's 46, said on the podcast. The one job you had was to not have sex with somebody else, and you couldn't wait. So for Puka Nakua, congrats, man. I pray that's not your baby. Crowder, who's 42, meanwhile, questioned whether Ayano knew who the father was and suggested Nakua escaped a financial trap. Us Weekly has reached out to all three co-hosts for comment. Those 8 minutes that those guys decided to talk about me became a very significant part in the darkest part of my life. Ayano said, because of this experience, I have recognized even more so now watching people online talk so freely about people they have no clue what they're going through and who they actually are. It's chasing views and clicks and exposure. She then reiterated that she never cheated during her relationship with Nakua and that talking about her ordeal is healing a part of me that I didn't know it would. Ayano ended her video with a message for Kingston. Something I want my son to know is how hard I fought for him, how important he is to me, and how special he is to me, and how worth it he is and how worthy he is. She said, I am so glad that after I post this video, I just get to go to bed happily with my son in the other room sleeping so great. I am so lucky, and even though I still have my dark days, I still have to go through a lot of bullshit. I'm here and my son is here. Mm-mm. So there you go. They pretty much
Okay.
said,
They didn't have no business in women's business. It was nasty. I don't know about well, she was postpartum, I guess. Maybe she was emotional, so
yeah,
I'll let it slide.
yeah.
Because they was in women's business and they was talking about some, yeah, okay.
Talking about you had one job, not to sleep with nobody else. He was like, well, hold up now. I didn't sleep with nobody else. What are you talking about?
Yeah, okay, yeah, he had too much dip on his chip for that.
All right, Wine. And you like one of the few straight men we actually go, all right, now keep it cute.
Yeah, keep it cute. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Up here got me silent, the white lady. But all right. Mm-hmm.
Especially as him who used to be with the whites. So
Ooh, 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 ooh.
yeah, he need to really watch out.
So we have an interesting question. Is it common that people who attempted suicide openly reveal their attempts, or isn't it typically a silent thing? It's typically a silent thing until that person wants to like use it as like a testimonial or something based off of what I've seen. Like people say, "Oh yeah, I was here before and this happened to me, and I just want to make sure you don't get there," or something like that's
Mm-hmm.
how I've seen it.
Correct. It's very much so a personal thing. That's why. That's also why when people do actually go through with it, a lot of people be like, "Well, I never knew any signs, or I never do this, or I never knew that." And you may have like one person or two people who may be like, "Well, I helped them through this because they did that," um, or something like that. But it's never
Mm-hmm.
they're using it as a way of getting quote unquote attention.
Awareness. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
This is
that
where we
on
should
that.
insert if you know of anyone that's going through anything, we
Come
need to
on,
have that number.
therapist.
Look, we need to have that
Come
number
on.
handy. What is that number? I need to know it. I need to get on my shit. Look, hold
Yeah,
on,
call
because
Okay,
that
come
was a
on, come on,
nine
perfect
L.
time.
Come on, LCSW. You
okay.
know.
Call 988 or go to 988lifeline.org.
Amen. Because I have definitely lost a few people, black men, to suicide over the years. I definitely, yeah. So it's a serious
Mhm.
thing.
Well, this next, so we just talked about, was it Monday? I think we just talked about Madonna scrapping that biopic that people were anticipating. I was one of them. I ain't gonna tell you no lie, because Julie Garner was like set to play her. Well, honey, let's go ahead and talk about Julie Garner, honey. Not only did she lose that movie role, that biopic, honey, now it look like she's losing her husband.
Oh
And you,
shit! Damn.
girl, you see where it says here by way of TMZ, Julia Garner, husband Mark Foster split after 6 years of marriage. Girl. Well, Julia Garner and her husband of 6 years, Mark Foster, have reportedly separated. People reported the news Thursday morning, though no details of what led to their alleged split were shared. TMZ has gone out to their reps, and so far, no word back. Julia and Mark tied the knot in a 2019 New York City courthouse ceremony after getting engaged during a trip to Montana earlier that year. The Ozark star previously told Vogue Mark wrote her a poem to ask her for her hand in marriage. The pair met all the way back in 2013 at the Sundance Film Festival, but didn't connect until years later over social media when Mark, the frontman of Foster the People, began liking her post. Julie recalled to the Hollywood Reporter, I was like, who is this guy liking all my photos? Is this a stalker? I clicked on him and I was like, oh, Mark, he's cute. I'm going to follow him back. And then he DM'd me. Mm-mm. Well, I'm sure time will tell, honey. We about to find out. He probably cheated. I don't know. There's a front man of a band. Probably cheated.
Yeah, sometimes they're just here for a good time, not a long time. God
hmm
bless.
Well, let's talk about some celebrity sons, honey. So the first son, Ryan O'Neal and Farrah Fawcett. Um, and I'll just jump scare y'all because this picture looks a little. Ugh. And you all should see where it says here, by way of Radar Online, it's an exclusive. Redmond's finally facing the music. How Ryan O'Neal's renegade son has been ruled fit to stand trial. So, drug-addled Nepo train wreck Redmond O'Neal is finally going to face the music for his alleged knife attack on 5 people in 2018 after a Los Angeles court ruled there was sufficient evidence to move forward with a criminal trial. Radar Online can reveal. The only son of deceased Hollywood royalty Farrah Fawcett and Ryan O'Neal has pled not guilty to a slew of charges. Appearing in court on the 17th anniversary of his mother's tragic death on June 25th, Redmond, who's 41, sported 2 devil horn tattoos on his forehead as prosecutors walked through the bloody details of his supposed 3-day crime spree. Frightening video footage showed Redmond strolling through a Venice, California coffee shop and accosting workers behind a counter. Stop staring at me, he screamed before punching an espresso machine during the terrifying meltdown on May 18, 2018. He seemed like he was looking up at he seemed like he was looking at our tip jar, barista Samantha Klein testified. He pulled a knife out of his pocket and came towards me with the knife in his hand. I thought to myself, I don't want to die at this moment. LA County Superior Court Commissioner James P. Cooper found sufficient evidence to proceed with a trial accusing Redmond of 13 felony and misdemeanor charges that include attempted murder, assault with a deadly weapon, robbery and possession of heroin, and methamphetamine. Prosecutors have accused him of stabbing actor Seth Fulkerson in the head and body and slicing another actor, Kenneth Fox, in the face with a bottle while spitting out homophobic slurs, as well as a subsequent robbery of a 7-Eleven at knife point. Following his 2018 arrest, a judge determined Redmond was incompetent to stand trial due to diagnosis of schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and antisocial personality, and he was sent to the high security loony bin, Patton State Hospital, where he remains to this day. Redmond's attorney, Dana Cole believes his troubled son has already paid a significant price and hopes to avoid a criminal trial where his client is facing life behind bars for attempted murder. Our hope is at some point people will see that the time he has spent on this alleged crime spree has now been served, so he can now focus on his mental health, Cole said. Fuck that. Keep his fucking ass up in there.
Baby, he been fucked up his whole fucking life. Since he was a teenager, he been getting in trouble. I mean, they didn't even have no peace. Poor Farrah went through all of that. Her child was just running amok, and she was going through that cancer. He been fucked up from jump. So I didn't even know he was still out here causing havoc. Ooh, Lord.
And I'm glad the judge said he fit. No, he fit to stand trial. Get his ass in here.
This ain't nothing new, but I guess and all them drugs and shit. Yeah, he got some mental issues for sure.
And this people this is exactly how innocent lives get lost, because the response from this person's her attorney Dana Cole talking about some at our hope is at some point people will see the time he has spent on this alleged crime spree has now been served, so he can focus on his mental health. Girl, fuck
Look,
you.
Don't get me started on these Caucasians and their sympathy for these other Caucasians that be committing crimes, deadly crimes. Do not get me started.
Oh, we have a good question in the chat. Why doesn't ICE put them in jail? Him and Rob Reiner's son. Okay. And then we have a comment. He was fucked up before the internet when we read about him on print, on Print People magazine, and still today.
Shit, the Inquirer, everything. Well, I'm telling you, he was giving his mama and daddy hell from the get-go.
Well, speaking of people's sons, and I got 3 more stories left, by the way. Speaking of people's sons, DJ Quick, he wants y'all to stop asking about his son's murder conviction, honey. Well, y'all as in his fans. And you all should see I've just shared here by way of hot new hip hop.
Y'all who? What fan?
I'm sorry.
Because I was thinking it. I'm like, okay.
Y'all ain't shit.
DJ Quick, sweetie, I'm so sorry.
Are you though? Are you?
But you all see where I just shared here by way of hot new hip hop. DJ Quick wants fans, allegedly, to stop asking about son's murder conviction. Well, months after his son's sentencing, DJ Quick is asking fans to stop bringing up the murder conviction during public encounters. Questions from strangers have become one of the hardest parts of life for DJ Quick since his son's murder conviction. Reality, the legendary producer says, has made public appearances increasingly emotional. While speaking with the Shade Room Live, Quick acknowledged that many people approach him looking for an update about his son, David Marvin Blake Jr. However, he admitted those conversations are no longer ones he wants to have. Instead, he asked fans to stop bringing up the case whenever they see him in public, explaining that the subject remains deeply personal. Blake was sentenced to 15 years to life earlier this year after being convicted of second-degree murder in the 2022 fatal shooting of Julio Moises Cardoza Jr. in Downey, California. Although the trial is over, Quick said the family's legal fight is continuing through the appeals process, adding that his son's attorney has remained diligent in pursuing the case. Quick also maintained his belief that Blake was treated unfairly during the trial. Lil Dave is hanging in there, he said. I like to say that he's built for it, and he knows he's been put in a position to where he was scapegoated. If y'all would have been in the court with us while we were watching this trial play out, it was a lot of madness. The California rap icon added, I'm a little bit too emotional to be in public because when people ask me about it in public, I don't respond with kindness, he admitted, and I'm not going to apologize for that. Stop asking me about my son in public. David has already accepted what happened. He accepted his role in it, and he's like, whatever it's going to be, is going to be. If they gave him 25 years, he's going to do it. That's the kind of person he is. That's the kind of person he's built to be. Like everybody else, he made a mistake. Just like the judge said, she said, I commend you for going 27 years without having no police interaction, period. He was raised right. He just made a mistake. Rather than revisiting every detail of the trial, Quick's interview centered on something much more personal. Some chapters of life continue long after a verdict is read, and for him, that includes deciding which conversation he no longer wants to have with strangers, even if they are fans. To whom my co-hosts don't believe that there are no fans.
Well, I mean, in California, he's got fans, and then honestly, yeah, he don't want to talk to y'all about that. Why y'all asking him about this? Yeah, that's kind of rude, to be honest.
Baby, emotional intelligence is at an all-time low. Because it's like,
Okay.
in what world would it even be appropriate to ask some shit like that to somebody?
Look, and these people just really be out here like they are entitled to every piece of information about you, which is weird. And then be mad at somebody being their little raggedy, little funky business. But I digress. Um, yeah, that's just weird and just rude. Like that's his son. I'm sure that don't make him feel good.
Exactly.
And read the news, y'all. Oh wait, you know what? You motherfuckers can't read no how, so I guess not. I guess that's why y'all asking straight out the horse's mouth, huh? Cause y'all ain't got no damn reading skills.
Exactly. You ain't got to read. Come to auntiederik.com. I'll read it for you. Shit.
There you
But yeah.
go.
Excuse the accent in advance.
No, don't excuse the accent. You're going to love my Carolina accent, damn it.
You know, Durham.
Durrell. Speaking of, I don't know if y'all see, this is so random, but there's a girl who makes content. She's a white woman. Her name is Downsizing Jess. And I think she's a content creator who's lost a lot of weight. So she just starts cooking, like she makes homemade bread, jam, and stuff like that. When this girl started talking, I immediately recognized her accent. I was like, oh, that is a North Carolinian through and through. And sure enough, I looked at her page. That girl was from Lumberton. So shout out to downsizing Jess, honey. I knew that accent. Honey, she sound like she could be my cousin. So that is that on that. Well, the last two stories I have aren't really like celebrity news topics, but they do go hand in hand, like with celebrity tea or whatever. Like this first one I have is how, and I think this is something that we kind of knew was happening because we've seen it, like, and we can even tell, like, when we're listening to our own personal music players or the radio. But you all should see I've shared this hot new hip hop story where it says hip hop and R&B experienced sharp decline on the Billboard 200. Mm-mm. Well, hip hop and R&B have been two of the biggest genres in music for decades. As the 2010s came to a close, it was clear that hip hop was on top. Practically all the big artists were winning, and it felt like there was a huge album every single week. This continued throughout the height of COVID, and it felt like hip hop's dominance was never going to end. However, in 2023, things took a sudden turn as albums started to sell fewer units, especially in the first week. Young artists struggled to emerge as future superstars, while the same three artists remained at the top. Fans began remarking how fewer hip hop and R&B songs were topping the charts. Meanwhile, albums weren't staying at the top for as long as they used to. Now, data from Luminate appears to back all of this up. Hip hop and R&B have gone from 40% market share on the Billboard 200 in the first half of 2023 to roughly 30% at mid-year 2026. This is a steep decline, with pop and country dominating the charts right now. Country music specifically had a major rise over the past 3 years as artists like Jelly Roll, Morgan Wallen, and others become mainstream stars. This doesn't necessarily mean hip hop and R&B are in a bad place. Instead, it just means that pop and country have become part of the monoculture again. There are still plenty of great artists making amazing hip hop and R&B albums. These latest statistics are sure to lead some interesting conversations over the coming days. That said, it's important to just listen to what you like and ignore the noise. I think the study like pretty much puts focus on the systemic racism that's at hand, right? Because what
Well, maybe, and also these young artists are not making music that can be listened cross um, age demographics. It's a very niche sound that they're making, and I mean, if you can't even If I can't even make out what you're saying, then I'm only going on the beat. And if you ain't even got good beats, then what are we doing here? What are
Mm-hmm.
we doing? Music, people want to hear it and know the lyrics and recite the lyrics. And I don't know what these little young folks be saying. This niche music. This ain't no. You're not making mainstream like rap music that the masses across genres can, not genres, but across generations can enjoy. Just saying. Y'all making crackhead music. Well, not even crackhead music. That
Still
damn.
popping Kirk music.
Yeah, like everybody's not popping pills and drinking lean and shit. Everybody ain't doing that, okay? We all ain't druggies. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. I know that 10% decline though, and the 10% over 3 years now. You know, any other industry, honey, that shit, like they would. That's a layoff right there.
Oh
But
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, they started microwaving our music. Like you got these girls that can't sing, these guys and girls that cannot sing but are marketed as R&B. They are produced in their voices are cleaned up in the production, and then they try and do live shows and they sound like shit. I mean, what else you gonna get? I grew up on singers, people that could certifiably sing, period, point blank, and
hello.
entertain. I mean, now you guys got. I mean, and then and yeah, it's just it's microwave music, and only people can only live off that for so long. So, oh well, they're not
Look,
making generational music.
we have a comment in the chat saying, "Can sing, honey? Okay,
Look,
sing, honey.
and
We
every
are
last
singers."
one of them could sing. If you had a group, all of them could sing.
That's really it. That was really like all of the girls, and I think the last time that has happened in recent years, it's probably Rich Girl, maybe, where all the
Who?
members of you see, this is back in what
Who?
2010, I think, when they came out around it, maybe
When
2012 or
did
so.
Destiny Child break up? When they break up?
2004, I think, maybe 2005, after the album that
Oh,
the latest
I
album, the
can't
third
think of
album.
nobody else after that. I'm
Destiny
sorry.
fulfilled.
Thank you, Destiny's Fulfilled. I couldn't even think of it at the moment.
I can't think another group after them that came out that was because I mean, you
Icon.
had Jade, Brownstone, you had SWV, you had what's the girl's name? In Vogue. I mean, there was just countless, and
Oh,
every
And they
last
was in
one of
the
them
and
could
they
sing.
and Destiny's Child was in the 2000s,
Yeah,
2010s.
I
I
couldn't
think it
remember
was.
when they last one, well, when it was, but yeah.
It says it released 2011. So let's be clear, they've been around.
yes, and you know what? You said Destiny's Child, and I can't believe I forgot June's Diary because Kelly is even though she left him for dead. June's Diary,
Child,
all the
why you
girls in
bring
that
that
group is
up?
saying,
Why you bring that up? They didn't even make it into the realm of pop. Didn't nobody know who they was? I didn't know who they was until you told me.
"Damn!" And
Auntie,
that's the gag, because those girls are super talented, and probably like the
and
last few groups that where all the members can sing.
I love that for you, Auntie. You be knowing these obscure, like who, what, and they don't even make, but you know about them, and I love that you know that because somebody got to know who they are.
And the long story short, June's Diary was actually formed of a show. They had like this type reality show where they were looking for girls. Kelly was looking for a girl group, and she handpicked all of those girls,
Yeah,
and
sometimes
they
them
can
shows
sing
be
their asses off.
hilarious.
But she just like, well, I got y'all together, deuces.
But shit, she could barely keep her solo career afloat. So let's not. Let's
And I,
not. And I love Kelly down, love her down, and wish she could just flourish in that situation. But yeah,
you know,
she can't. She's never gonna be in that aspect. She's never gonna be able to get from up under Beyonce's shadow.
unfortunately not.
So, but yeah, I mean, microwave music, child, these little heifers can't sing to save their life.
Well, the last story that I have for us today. So, just a quick question. And feel free to not answer if you know you don't want your business out there like that. But when it comes to smoking the greenage, do you all
Mhm.
prefer a pre roll or would you rather just roll it yourself?
Um, as you know, I did not know how to roll. But I would prefer to just already have it done. A
I know that's
pre-roll
right.
is nice.
Well, it seems like Moon that attitude is very popular. A lot of people would rather have it pre rolled, and you see where it says here by way of all hip hop, pre rolls overtake flower to become top selling cannabis product.
Look, it's so convenient. I mean, especially for the girlies who do not know how to roll. It's just
I know that's
easy.
right.
But give me a pen, boo, and let's go. Let's roll it. Let's go.
Well,
Let's
this
just
says
go.
for years, flower defined the legal cannabis market. It was the core product and a cultural symbol. And the category every other format was measured against. Edibles, vapes, concentrates, and beverages all fought for attention around flower's dominance. But in 2025, that changed in a major way. According to the 2026 State of the Pre-Roll Market Report, pre-rolls overtook flower in unit sales for the first time in history, officially becoming the top-selling cannabis product on the market by volume. The category generated nearly $3.6 billion in sales in 2025 and 9.8% year over year, while unit sales climbed 18.6% to 383.2 million units. No other major cannabis category posted stronger combined revenue and unit growth. That shift marks more than a milestone for a single product type. It signals a broader change in how consumers are shopping for cannabis. Pre-rolls, once treated as a convenience item or a lower tier used from trim and shake, have evolved into a sophisticated, fast-growing category driven by product innovation, uh, pre premiumization, and changing consumer expectations. The report suggests that consumers increasingly want products that are simple, portable, and ready to use, and pre rolls fit that demand perfectly. They eliminate the need for grinders, papers, and rolling skills. For new cannabis consumers, they offer a low friction entry point, and for experienced users, they deliver consistency and convenience. That accessibility has helped fuel 5 straight years of category growth. Revenue has more than doubled since 2021, rising from 1.68 billion to nearly 3.6 billion in 2025. Market shares also climbed to 15.9%, representing a 29.5 increase over 5 years and 7.6% year over year growth. Even in a broader cannabis market that slowed to just 1.5% growth in 2025, pre-rolls continue to outperform the field. The category's rise also reflects its increasing sophistication and premiumization. Today's pre roll market is not built solely on the classic single joint. It includes infused pre rolls, mini formats, premium tips, custom branding, and an increasingly dominant multi pack segment. In fact, 48.5% of pre roll SKUs in 2025 were multi packs, and 90 of the top 100 products in the category came in multi pack form. The popular 2.5 gram 5 pack alone generated $612 million in revenue. Infused pre rolls are another major driver of the category's growth. In 2025, infused products accounted for 1.68 billion in revenue, or about 47% of all pre-roll sale dollars. Unit growth in that segment reached 27.8%, showing consumers are not just buying more pre-rolls, but increasingly trading up to premium formats. State by state data shows the category's appeal is widespread. California remained the top market by revenue at 703.5 million, while Michigan followed closely with 599 million and led the nation in volume at 103.2 million 2 million units sold. New York posted the fastest growth with revenue up to 96% and units sold up to 120.4% year over year, underscoring how strong the category remains in both mature and emerging markets. Consumer demographics help explain some of this momentum. Y'all listen to this. Millennials account for 43.9% of all pre-roll revenue and 43.1% of all units sold, making them the category's dominant buyer group. But pre-rolls also saw growth across every demographic in 2025, suggesting broad mainstream appeal. For producers and retailers, the category's success is both an opportunity and a warning. While demand is strong, competition is intense. The number of brands offering pre rolls held fairly steady in 2025, but the report found major churn beneath the surface, with 589 previously active brands falling out and 661 new ones entering. Price compression remains a growing issue as well, with the average pre-roll price dropping to $9.31, down 6.6% for 2024 and nearly 20% from its 2022 peak. Still, pre-rolls remain one of the strongest categories in cannabis because they sit at the intersection of value, convenience, and innovation. Consumers can try a product without committing to a larger flower purchase. They can buy a premium infused pack for a special occasion or a low-cost single for everyday use. The format is flexible enough to serve multiple consumers' needs at once. Looking ahead, the report projects pre-roll sales will reach between $3.8 billion and $4 billion in 2026, with longer-term growth pushing the category above $5 billion by 2030. Flower may still be the most iconic product in cannabis, but the market is making something else clear. In the legal era, convenience, portability, and product innovation are increasingly winning the shelf. And right now, no product represents that shift better than pre rolls. Well, I know there was a lot of information about pre rolls, but yeah, and pretty
I
much just
mean,
confirm what Moon said, like
yeah,
convenience.
you can mix and match. You don't have to get the same. You could get a variety. It's not expensive. When I saw the minis, I just was like, this is so adorable. A quick little one too. Love it. Me and my masseuse, we used to just, you know what I'm saying? And then go to brunch. Light one up, a little mini and have brunch. So
And I have to
yeah.
say, I'm personally not a fan of pre rolls. I just have my own personal. Oh, I don't know what they're rolling up in. I don't know what's in there. I like to put a little. I'm a real
You
bitch. I like to put a little stick of frontal in mine.
yeah, you got a little extra shit going on. I mean,
Look,
nothing
that's how they
major,
smoked
but
in. That's how they smoked in Brooklyn, honey. Shout out to them in Brooklyn, honey. They taught a bitch how to smoke, honey, and they ain't never went back. I need me a little strip of frontal in mine, honey. And
and it's
the,
and
the,
it's nicotine, nothing else, y'all. It's nicotine.
I know.
So he don't smoke cigarettes, but he got a little nicotine in there.
But when
A
that kick
little,
from that leaf, honey, absolutely. But I remember when I was in Chicago, when I went to Chicago for the first time. When was it? Last year or 2 years ago, maybe. We went to Chicago for the first time, and they had a dispensary near me. I was actually prepared to buy some flour, but the prices were just not. They weren't looking good, and I was like, oh, I don't even know how this smoke. I'm looking at how they say you can look at the percentage of THC, girl. But that shit on girl bye. But
right.
what I noticed is that the pre-rolls that they had in the store they had a really, really good deal for pre-rolls. In fact, I think I was able to get like a pre-roll that gave me a total of 4 pre-roll joints, and I think I only paid like not even $15 for all 4
Yeah.
of them.
I mean, that's super. Everybody like a little Lucy cigarette here and there. You can't get Lucy's, but you can get Lucy's at the weed shop.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just convenient. It's cute. It's a good time. It's cute for the girlies.
But millennials though, so not only are millennials like outperforming everybody in alcohol consumption, we are also outperforming everybody. Baby, we tired.
You fucking drunken
I
weed
mean, you
heads,
have
get
to
it together. Get it
right.
together.
You have to understand too. Millennials come from a certain time. Motherfuckers be stressed out, and also they got disposable income. You know that let these other kids tell it. They got to work 5 million jobs, and they really just trying to be a content creator for and get these brand deals that only paying $5. Um, but they live in on borrowed lifestyles. So
Okay,
yeah,
speak the truth. That they really all that stuff that they be trying to act like they doing, child. It's only
it
a
don't
few
be
content creators
very small
that
number of
making
them, and
good money.
bullshit walk. You know what I'm saying? Because when the coinage really come down to it, that's one of the reasons why the recession factor not really hitting the millennials like the rest of them, because we can go outside and go see our faves. We got the dollar bills for that, you know. But they over here trying to what's the Klarna down some shit. You know, you can't Klarna no weed, allegedly. But yeah, so again, shout out to the millennial gang, you know, gang. Love my people down. Hey, and I feel like if you can purchase convenience, then you purchase convenience. Okay,
Damn right.
I'm all for it. Live your leisure life. You hear me? Because in the world of fuckery, you better pay for that motherfucking convenience. You better pay for that fucking leisure if you got it in your budget to do. And when I say in your budget, make sure it's in your budget, okay? Don't be living above your means, amen. But yeah, go ahead, my tree smokers. Love y'all down.
I'm just sitting here thinking I can't date no man that can't roll no blunt, honey. But that's my own internal homophobia that I need to get over. So
And
that's
then, hey,
What?
listen, God bless you,
Auntie.
because as a person who learned to roll, because I was dating a weed smoker, ain't smoke a blunt in my real life for real. But yes, I knew how to roll for real. Learned to roll because I had a weed smoker boyfriend at one time. Well, a couple of times. Yeah. God bless y'all. Amen. Amen.
no, because if he don't smoke, that's one thing I can do that. But if you smoke and you're asking me to roll the blunt, oh no, we got to end this right here. Because if you can't even roll your own blunt, you can't take care of me. That's just how I see it. And again, that's my own internal homophobia that I need to work out.
Yes, it is. Yeah, no, I never learned. I just was out here enjoying my good life.
Listen, you're a lady. Okay?
Look,
You're
and
a
I respect my
lady.
ladies that can roll on the drop of a dime, can roll under pressure. I love that for them. I love it. I wish I was one of the girlies, but I was a little privileged in that area, and I didn't
Right,
ever
because
have to.
you're a lady. Let the men folk do that, you know?
Yeah, I don't mind doing it. I roll a
Don't
blunt
be
for a minute
embarrassed
for the girls.
like me. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was gonna smoke, but yeah. And let me tell you, when I started smoking, there was a long time before I ever paid for a drop of weed, and I stayed with it.
Mm.
Stayed with some. So,
Hello.
so let me. It wasn't until recently when we actually had weed stores. But boy, back in the day, I never what pay or what. That's ghetto. So
Yes,
yeah.
honey. Well, y'all, that was actually all the tea that I have for us today. So before we head out, did anybody have any tea that they wanted to share or any tea I might have missed?
I don't think I have anything. Let's do a little run through, see if there's anything that happened.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Let me scroll TMZ real quick. Let's see.
I ain't seen nothing.
So I do see something about because y'all saw what Chuck Schumer was farting on the Senate floor yesterday.
No, child. Oh, he's so senior citizen.
No, about that though, somebody had me crack up because I was like, that's the only thing his ass passed on the Senate floor, baby. I was out when I said, oh, but they actually called him and they asked him about that, and it looks like he didn't answer the
Of
question.
course not. He was embarrassed, child. I don't want to hear no. Oh, this embarrassing. Oh Lord, I don't like it.
He let out him a nice
Oh,
one too, honey. But y'all should see Senator
hey,
Chuck Schumer
oh,
silent on farting on Senate floor. So, well, first I'm going to play the actual the video of the fart itself. Hold on. Let me share my screen. That did kind of have me cracking up a little bit. I was like, oh, I know he felt a lot better. So this is the video of the fart itself.
And we need a complete investigation that's independent. Now on Iran and the NDAA, when all the Trump administration, complete investigation that's independent. Now on Iran and the NDAA. When all the Trump administration...
Boy, that ass was talking. I'm sorry. Yes, y'all. I am still one of those immature people that laughs at fart jokes. I don't give a fuck out of them. They be cracking me up every time. But so it looks like they were able to catch up with him. Let me share my screen again.
Did y'all hear that?
I heard it. Or maybe because I got my earphones in, but that thing was like,
Oh,
it was like,
no, I didn't hear it.
So we have a comment saying, sounds like his stomach. No, girl, that sounded like it came out that stomach, honey. That would sound like a fart. He tried to clench and try to keep in there, but it didn't work out. So let's see what he has to say about it, because you know TMZ done asked his ass about it. Let's see what he has to say.
Senator. Senator Jacob with TMZ, did you fart yesterday on the Senate floor?
Wow. There's some TMZ level reporting here.
What the fuck? What the fuck kind of question was that? Oh my God. Y'all.
I tried to avoid secondhand embarrassment. Lost my mic. Couldn't. Oh Lord, I can't stand it so bad. I hate secondhand embarrassment. Oh.
I am gagged. Oh my God. He said, did you fart on the Selena floor yesterday? Like, why would he say yes to that?
Well, if he did, he did. Like, that was the dumbest question.
From TMZ?
Yup.
Oh God. They don't have nothing else to do.
Mm-hmm. And then they talking about some TMZ DC. Girl, y'all need to stay far. If you know what I know about y'all, you need to stay far away from me. Well, let me see. Anything else they got on this on TMZ for this little run through? There's Chris's mom. We talked about that. Yeah, that looks about, well, the only thing that's interesting to talk about. Don't nobody care about that Taylor girl that was beating on that. They got Taylor Frankie Paul. They got so many stories about her. And you notice I ain't sure not one of them. Don't nobody care about that violent ass white girl who who got fired on her day off. So no, it don't look like there's anything else.
Well, then we have done our duties for today.
Ow. Well, I want to thank y'all for helping me do those duties, honey. I truly enjoy y'all here, and I enjoy our conversations. So thank you all for taking time out of your busy day to come and sip tea with me. We will be back tomorrow for another live show starting at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you can make it. Don't forget to subscribe to a bitch. Head over to auntiederek.com and click that big green subscribe button at the top left and join my free mailing list. And until tomorrow, I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.